Okay, friends, take 3 of the Here and Gone Originals program, long awaited by nobody but me and a friend or two, maybe. But I have had 2 misfires, one a week ago, and then one again last night. And so 3rd time's the charm. Did somebody say that once? So every song in this show will be my own. And maybe I'll fill in some of the details about them as we go along, and maybe I'll just play them and then move on. But in this case, this one was kind of like the single off my last album, which is absolutely meaningless for a guy on my level because nobody cared. Nobody played it. I didn't have radio promotion on it. I didn't get it to the right people. And I don't know what to say about that. I'm talking to my friend Bob about it right now. I've always been a terrible self-promoter, and like many creative people, by the time I think about promoting something, I'm onto creating the next song, or the next record or whatever. But I do like this song. I think it holds up, and it's this tale of woe called Yard Sale. It goes like this with my little fake drums here. I was stumbling home on a Saturday after a Friday night of sin. I had partied so hard the night before I couldn't tell you where I'd been. Then the sun came up on the suburbs like God's flashlight in my eyes. I saw little children that ran my way, excitement in their cries. They said, "Hey, old man, this is radical." I said, "Show me what you mean." They said, "Come with us and we'll bring you to the best yard sale that you've ever seen." It was a yard sale, the world's greatest yard sale. It was a yard sale, and thereby hangs a tale, yeah. There was a little kid playing rock star with a vintage sunburst Strat. He said, "I bought this here for $1. I said, "Dude, let me look at that." Then a little girl in a leather jacket said, "I got this coat for free." I said, "Hey, that looks about my size." She said, "No, it's just for me." She had a friend who carried a pool cue and a DVD machine, and they said, "Come with us, we'll bring you to the best yard sale that you've ever seen." It was a yard sale, the world's greatest yard sale. It was a yard sale, and thereby hangs a tale. One little kid had an armful of old records. He said, "Who the heck is Dobie Gray?" And I said, "He's one of the world's most soulful singers." They all started to drift away. Oh yeah. Now I can picture a nursing home where I'll never say a word. I'll play gin rummy and watch TV. I might feed a little bird. My wild days will be long gone. I'll be as quiet as a mouse. And I'll never mention the day that the children led me to my house. I've been sober now as a circuit judge, 12 years going on 13, since the day my wife gave the neighborhood the best yard sale that they'd ever seen. It was a yard sale, the world greatest yard sale. It was a yard sale, and thereby hangs a tale. Woo! Yard sale, little O. Henry style story there. Now I had this list. I did the whole show a week ago and it didn't work out. So I'm not just repeating that show verbatim. The last week I've been thinking a lot and singing to myself a song that was one of the most difficult songs to write in my life. And I was telling my friend Marty the whole story. I wrote it in a farmhouse in Kingwood, New Jersey, near Stockton, near New Hope, Pennsylvania. I just belched, sorry. I went to see Maria Moldauer play in New Hope the night that I was writing the song. And there was a great guy who used to work at John Peters named Ricky, and he treated me great. He treated all musicians great. He just shuttled me in. I didn't even have to pay. He said, "Chip, I got an empty seat back there. Just go in." And I sat there, and I was immersed in this song, My Home Isn't in This World. And I had written like 14 verses to it that night back in my parents' farmhouse kitchen, all alone. I mean, they weren't there. But I got stir crazy. I went out, and Maria did an encore, and I thought, boy, she knows a lot of songs, and she's had hits in every era, and this, that, and the other thing. This year she's nominated for a Grammy again, probably one of her many nominations, and it's for Best Traditional Blues Album. So there she is, nearing 80, and still wailing on the blues. Good for her. And so I was there in the dark. I'm pondering this. My home isn't in this world. My home isn't in this world. And then I thought, well, now she's going to do an encore, and she knows a million songs. What song could she possibly do as the last song tonight in New Hope, Pennsylvania? And so she gets her band back. They were up on the street having a cigarette. She says, "Where's my band? We're not done yet." And they came back, and she said, "We're going to do an old blues." And I happen to know it's the only song that made B.B. King cry, he said. The only song that ever made him cry, and it's called, she says, I'm going to do the song, There Must Be a Better World Somewhere. So I was just struck dumb, as this is the topic I had been thinking of all night. And this is the song, and I've changed it a little bit since I recorded it in Scotch Plains, engineered by Al Thur, who was introduced to me by Bob Zaleski. So I am forever indebted to you, Bob, for that. And it goes like this. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know. I don't know how I got here. But I sure enough know My home isn't in this world. No. People on the street don't see me, no. Or else I'm just looked down on. I can't stand up straight, no. Like a tree the wind has blown. My home isn't in this world. I feel so alone. Must be something better somewhere than where I've been before, yeah. A brighter light that's shining, yeah, than what I've seen before, yeah. My home isn't in this world anymore. There's a lot more I could say about it. I was searching for the meaning to the blues for years. You can't find the meaning to the blues. But I tried, and I talked to countless people. Finally, I was talking to an old blues singer in his 70s at the time. And I had heard this from somebody else, that the blues was about homelessness. One of the guys who had documented the blues, that guy who went down south and taped a lot of people and recorded them on their front porches, etc. That was a guy who said it was about homelessness, and this old blues player said it was about homelessness. People who had been picked up out of their homes and moved to a different country. And so My Home Isn't in This World was the result of that. Now, in all honesty, I'm more inclined to believe that the blues is, yes, it's about homelessness, and it's also very much about loneliness. And I had a friend over this past week, great songwriter friend of mine, Alan LaBeouf. Some of you know him. And I was talking about it. I said, Alan, years ago, my head was turned by the fact that the great Eric Clapton did an interview in Rolling Stone many years ago, and he said the blues could be reduced to the greatest blues solo, he said, should really be one note. So isn't that interesting? B.B. King almost got it down to one note, so he's the greatest blues guitar player, really. So, I mean, there's something to that. And so, in my mind, I thought maybe the greatest blues song could be reduced to one word. And I tried it this week, and here's a surprise. It didn't work. But I did reduce it to lonely. And I found out you can't just sing that word over and over again. It doesn't work. You need to add a couple of other words, just like B.B. King needed to add a couple of other notes. So these are deep, heavily considered topics. And I'll get back to you on that. But I am going to keep trying to write a blues that really gets down to just one word, or not one word, but, a couple of words. And I'll get back to you on that. I'll play it on one of my shows here. Now, this is a song that's got a totally different kind of creative story behind it. This song, My Rhythm and Blues, took me, strangely, about 20 years to write. I don't know why. It just needed the details to be filled in. And finally, about a year ago or so, I finished it and got it to where I wanted. And I don't think I'll record this on my next record, because that's going to be a stripped down record. And this song, to me, should have an arrangement and a production to it, and some great players on it. So I'm going to try it out on you tonight. This is an all original show. I'm Chip Murcott. And blah, 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 blah. This is called My Rhythm and Blues. Thanks to those of you who have supported the show. And with contributions, I greatly appreciate it, and it keeps the show going. And I'll mention some of you by name as the weeks go on. But it's just greatly appreciated. I want you to know that. And I'll probably have included underneath this video on YouTube connection to my PayPal account, which I call the virtual tip jar. And so it helps. My Rhythm and Blues goes like this. Living behind a face mask, work a construction job. Sometimes I feel I'd steal anything if there was anything decent to rob. But when the endless week is over, I shine and slip on my shoes. When the evening comes, I've still got my rhythm and blues. 62 super reverb, sunburst and righteous guitar. Friday the boss put me down as a fool, but on Saturday night I'm a star. And I sing like I realize it, and I play like I've paid out some dues. When the weekend comes, I've still got my rhythm and blues. To secure the groove from where we stand in the smoke and the noise, I can see the people move. I can see my baby move, yeah. On Sunday I'm a deacon, yeah, singing Amazing grace. I play guitar like I'm ringing a bell, but I always wear my Sunday face. And when I say amen, I mean it. But before I proclaim the good news, on Saturday night I've still got my rhythm and blues. Yes, I sure enough do. So that's kind of a new old song. A song that took me 20 years to finish. Shame on me. I don't know what was wrong there, but I finally got to know the guy, I guess. And walk in his shoes a little bit. Now, I got stuff all over the place. I'm discombobulated to a certain degree. You'll bear with me. You'll forgive me. Damn it. Consarn it, gosh darn it, little Luke. Where is this song? I wanted to move on to the keyboard here and play you a song called One of These Days, which is a totally different thing altogether. Way, way different. It's really like a pop song, and it's another song that I would love to do with an arrangement and a production. And that all requires money but will. You have to have the will to do it, and I can't see spending a lot of money on a pop song, really. One of these days, here it is. I knew I'd find it. At least I was hoping I would. I don't know, it's just one of those songs that came to me, and I love mid-tempo things. And this is a kind of poignant mid-tempo. You'll be the judge of whether it's poignant or not, but these are rare, these mid-tempo things that songs seem to be either ballads or up-tempo, and this is right in the middle. It's called One of These Days. One of these days, when my life settles down, I'll double back and I'll find you. One of these nights, I'll be hanging around, and I'll take a chance and call your old number. Way back when we had a good time, we used to hold hands and watch old movies. One of these nights, I'll be hanging around, and I'll ask myself, how did I lose you? Seems like just last week we were hanging out, And I used to love to put my arms around you. There's an old movie on, one that we used to love. And I'm thinking one of these days I'm gonna call you. One of these days. I wrote that for me recently, March of 24. Okay, I got some bluesy things. Maybe I'll do a segue here, in a very obvious segue. I guess I like this kind of phrase because I wrote a song about a year later. It wasn't the same week, but I wrote a song called One of These Mornings. And you'll see it has nothing to do with the previous song at all. Let me see if I can remember it. This is a song I've never played live. I'll try it. What's the worst that could happen? I could lose my place or whatever. And you guys are very forgiving, I have found out. So it goes like this. One of these mornings I will rise up and the sun will shine on me. I will finally forget about you. I will throw off these old chains that have long entangled me, and I'll start my new life without you. One of these mornings, one of these mornings, one of these mornings, I'll look out my window and I won't see your face. I will move on to my new destination, lover. If I wake up after midnight in the middle of a dream, I will fall right back to sleep when it is over. One of these mornings, one of these mornings, one of these mornings, yeah, I'm gonna rise above my blues, yeah. I'm gonna paint my life with 1,000 different hues, yeah. Maybe someday in the future I'll hear someone say your name, and it won't take me back to our time together. When Mr. Lonely Sun rises at the start of a new day, he will lead me to brighter, warmer weather. One of these mornings, one of these mornings, Okay. Recent song, that is. And then, rather than avoid the similarity and stick something else in the middle, I'm going to embrace it. And just like Joni Mitchell, if I may use her as an example, she had two songs that sounded exactly alike on her brilliant Court and Spark. One was Help Me, and the other was Free Man in Paris. So what did she do? She put them right next to each other on the album. And the funny thing is, after you got into the record and analyzed them, you did find that they were not really that similar when you got into it. And you'll probably find that out with this song if you ever hear it numerous times. This is a song I wrote earlier than one of these mornings, and my friend Alan encouraged me on it. It's called Middle of Nowhere. I left my family 20 years ago. What I was thinking, I will never know. Then I got fired and I let it destroy me. I believed that no one would employ me. Now I'm in my room staring at the floor, yeah. And the only thing that I know for sure is I'm in the middle of nowhere, with nobody and nothing to my name. And I'm just trying to get somewhere, yeah, where everything won't always be the same. I had 3 kids I'd never disavow, but you wouldn't want them to see me now. I wouldn't want them to see me now. I always planned to come back when I was someone, but it's better they believe I'm dead and gone. And I'm in the middle of nowhere, with nobody and nothing to my name. And I'm just trying to get somewhere, yeah, where everything won't always be the same. The time and the distance carried me away. I woke up in the middle of a long lost day. I'm in the middle of nowhere, with nobody and nothing to my name. And I'm just trying to get somewhere, yeah. Everything won't always be the same. Yeah, I think I'll record that one likely. Send it around. I'm going to really switch gears here completely, as I am sometimes inclined to do. Here's a song that Livingston Taylor helped me out with a little bit. It's his kind of song in a way, although he does not play the ukulele. It's just a simple little love song called If Only You Knew, and it's the most unbluesy thing you've ever heard in your life. If only you knew how I see you, you might be more gentle with me. You might even treat me with kid gloves a little. If only you knew how I dream about you, you'd be nicer to me. You might even walk me down to the station. If only you knew, after all these years, that we've been friends. We played on the beach together. That's how long we've been friends, and I don't want our friendship to end. If only you knew how I love you, you might be less honest with me. You might even lie and tell me I've got a chance. If only you knew. If only you knew. I am thinking about doing a very simple little project that would be maybe quick takes of ukulele songs. I've got enough of them, but then I would probably futz around with them for a while and overdub things on them, but whatever. It would just be a little side project, but you know what? I think I'm going to do it. Because it's easy, and some of these songs I really do like, including this one, which is another recent song. Recent in the sense that I wrote it in the past couple of years. Very similar again, but different. Similar but different. So it goes like this. We can walk in the rain, gaze in each other's eyes. We can stand on the beach and watch the sunrise. But why can't we do it? Why can't we fall in love? We can pedal all day on a bike built for two. We can walk hand in hand through the Franklin Park Zoo. But why can't we do it? Why can't we fall in love? It's not hard to imagine us taking the vows after we levitate down the aisle. In the game of love, being best friends first beats everything mile. I can give you red roses. We can dance until 3. You can whisper a joke meant for only me. But why can't we do it? Why can't we fall in love? I said, why can't we fall in love? Let me try this crazy thing. That you can do on a ukulele. Sorry, my nose is itching tonight. I have, here's the thing. When you write a lot of songs, and I'm not going to keep mentioning how many, but it's in the hundreds that I've written in the last couple of years. And I don't understand it, don't know where it's coming from, but I'll take it. And this is one of my most recent songs. I wrote this within the past couple of months. I tried it out on my friend Marty, who's one of my sounding boards, and a greatly appreciated one. And yet it also, she liked it and encouraged me, but it also passed the test of time. So a month has gone by, a couple of months, and so it still works for me. So I'll be doing it live. I'll be, whatever, adding it to the repertoire. And I think I did do it at the Stangl stage. So, Bob Zaleski, you might have already heard this one. The guitar is just slightly out of tune, which may be appropriate for this kind of bluesy song. Have mercy on me, baby. I'm drowning in a sea of love. And I need to know if you might love me too. I would lay down my life for you, yeah. Lord, have mercy on me, yeah. It's a message sent down from above. Love is sacrifice, yes. And believe me when I say it's true. I would lay down my life for you. The future could be ours if you'd just say yes. And if you don't feel the same, I don't know what I'll do. Ooh, yeah. like one last song here. Whoops. I have some new things I'm working on that aren't ready to play, but if you follow this YouTube channel or if you subscribe, which I hope you will do, I do post never. That's a part of the title. I do post new songs when they are finished. I got a crazy song to play you, and I'm just inspired in the moment to do it. I didn't plan it, but it's a kid's song. My son is now 20, just turned 20. He's at college. But I do want to play you this song I wrote about a game that he actually invented. By the way, Annie and I have been on Kids Corner in Philadelphia numerous times, and we played children's songs. I don't think we ever got a chance to do this one, but I'll end on it tonight and wish you the best. And then I, Lord willing, will be back next week. Oh, wait a minute. Next week I'm thinking of doing a live webcast Super Bowl halftime show. Literally going live at the halftime and giving people a choice. And I'm not one of those people piling on Bad Bunny. I don't know anything about him really that much. I know that he's a U.S. citizen. That's one thing I know. But the fact is, I'm not into his music. Some of you aren't, and I thought I'd go on and do a couple of songs, maybe even with a little audience. So watch this space for that. Thanks for those of you who support the show, and I'll end on this song that is about a real game that my son invented, and I'll tell you the whole story right here, which goes like this. My little boy Eli invented a game. I don't know how you play it, I just know the name. It's called Mousetrap the Rock. 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 He said that you play it by shining a light when you're on your back in your bed at night. It's called Mousetrap the Rock. 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 You don't need any rules. You don't even need to keep score. If you're ever wondering what's going on, you just got to play some more. Yeah. So here is my story. So strange and so true, how a game was invented. It could happen to you. It's called Mousetrap the Rock. 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 Okay. I think I'll record that one. I'll let you know when I do. And look forward to seeing you again sometime.